have to carry me through a bit.
Oh,
I'll turn my phone off.
I do every week.
Draw back your shade. Don't misbehave. Open up now. Breathe it in. How's it do you?
What's going on, guys? Murph's YT13 here, and welcome back to what are we? Episode 4 of Because
Shit.
We Said So. Yeah, I know, 4 of them. Going on.
What have we made it this far, have we?
Yeah, I know. How are you this week? Are you hungover?
Good. No, well, I did get pissed, but I haven't. Didn't go as hard as I have over the last couple, so I'm still dusty, but I've got over it pretty quick this week.
Fresh
so
as a daisy. Fresh as a daisy.
I wouldn't go that far, mate.
Right off the top, Night of Champions made it out. Fuck, I think it was it this morning, I think. At about 4 o'clock in the morning. We were talking about it a week ago. And yes, my latest The Universe Mode episode is out. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go and watch it. I reckon it's pretty good. But that's not for me to fucking say. It's not for me to tell. But it's got a fair few likes.
You've given them a good one.
Yes.
Given
I fucking
good.
hope so.
Good.
I hope so. Yeah, so this week we're going to be talking about the Premier League, obviously. It got underway. We're going to sort of have a little bit of look at who won. Our predictions video went all right. I think most people sort of thought we did okay, didn't they?
Yeah, look, for a couple of Aussies, it was pretty good, I reckon.
Yeah,
But, there was an Arsenal fan there that didn't really agree with it,
Skino, yeah.
where I had them. Look, I barrack for Tottenham, so I'm never going to put Arsenal above us, am I?
No, but they always finish above you. But that could change. We'll go to the fixtures. The season kicked off with Chelsea and West Ham, and Chelsea got the win 2-1. I think they got a late goal, didn't they? In like the very, very late
Yeah,
goal.
Diego Costa.
Yeah, to win it.
Yeah, he smashed one in to win it, and Conte lost it.
Did he?
Lost it when that went in.
I
Yeah,
didn't see
punch
it.
in the air. He was carrying on. I was like, hang on a minute, there's 37 to go, mate.
Yeah, you're not winning the title yet, mate. Fucking relax.
Yeah.
And then what would probably be the game of the round. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 4. You've seen the highlights. I've seen a couple of things. Must have been a phenomenal day at the Etihad, at the fucking Emirates.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was just... Well, it was a quick start, and they ended up a couple down, and... Oh, look, there was a three-goal patch there. Liverpool just looked unplayable at times, and... Yeah, look, Coutinho with a wonder goal, and... Yeah, look, it was a big game, but I still, the jury's still out on these two, I think. How good are Liverpool getting over Arsenal? I'm not sure. But, yeah, look, I think the jury's still out, as probably it is for everyone at this stage of the season.
I would imagine, and I haven't seen it all, but I would imagine defence is pretty suspect for both of them if you're putting 4 and 3 past them. So, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's right. We talked about Arsenal needing a defender.
Yeah.
And I think that probably goes to show with 4 getting put in the back of the net. So,
Yep.
yes.
It does. The next game was Man United 3, Bournemouth 1. Fairly stock standard there. I would imagine Bournemouth will probably see that scoreline a bit.
Well, Zlatan has scored on debut.
Yeah. Well, did you expect anything else? And hey, I had him as the leading goal scorer for the year, so he's off to a good start.
Yeah,
I don't know.
right.
Did Aguero score in this next game? Man City Sunderland 2-1 to Man City.
I haven't seen the results of that one.
No.
I haven't seen any highlights.
Well,
I
Aguero
dare say
probably
he
got
did.
2. Yeah, he probably got 2.
A hat trick too. No.
Yeah, he's fucking. Burnley 0 and Swansea 1. I had Swansea down the table a bit, but Burnley even further down the table. No surprises there, I don't think.
Well, no, there's no surprises there. Burnley are shizing.
And then Palace 0 and West Brom 1. So an interesting result
That was
there.
a surprising one.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, I think they might need a bit of time to gel from that result, I reckon.
Yeah.
So,
And then your boys, Spurs 1-1 with Evertonians.
yeah, Barkley stunned us in the first half. Look, we didn't look likely in the first half. from what I've seen. And we played a really good second half. We were on the ball, we were controlling the game, and Lamella found the back of the net with a header. So no, I'm not totally distraught about that. And I get a 1-0.
They're
I
a
won all
decent
that.
side. Everton are a decent side. It's not like you're fucking...
Yeah,
If you're 1-1 with Burnley, you're worried, I reckon, just at the start.
yeah. Yeah, I reckon, look, you'd take a point there and move on, and hopefully we keep start getting the 3-pointers rather than the ones.
There's plenty more winnable games than Everton for the year. Like, I wouldn't be too concerned about it anyway. But, like, you could say the same for Arsenal as well.
Away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We were unlucky not to come away with it in the second half. Look, we pretty much dominated them in the second half. Any Everton fans out there might say differently.
Yeah, they probably will too. If they're out there, that we'll hear from them. Don't worry about that. The next game, Middlesbrough 1, Stoke 1. I didn't see any of this.
No, I did miss that game, but 1-1. Look, you'd probably say that would go into plan, really.
Yeah.
I would think. I rate Middlesbrough fairly high with the guys they've brought in. So, yeah.
Next game, Southampton 1 and Watford 1.
Yeah, well, that's an interesting one. Southampton, we rated them pretty highly, didn't we? So, yeah.
We didn't rate Watford very high at all.
No, I had them. I can't remember where I had them now, but I had them sort of low teens.
Mid-table-ish, yeah. And then I think the biggest upset, well, unquestionably the biggest upset of the round, Hull 2, Leicester City 1.
Yes, well, it's they might not have it all their own way this time.
Did you see the goal
they
that
had
for
there?
Hull? It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
A double bicycle kick. Seriously.
What a way to open it up.
Oh, it's Leicester-like. That's what it is. That's what caught my eye about it. It's fucking Leicester-like, the way they won that game. Absolutely outrageous.
Yeah, like last season when Cassius Michael, you know how he gets that quick throw and away they go through Vardy and that was getting intercepted and they were getting frustrated and it was turning into goals and Vardy was fucking up and cutting himself. Did you see him punch himself?
Yeah.
He fucking cracked him on the chin. I thought he if I did that I'd knock myself out, I reckon.
He lost it. Yeah. He's I don't know, he's a bit of a firecracker, isn't he? But I just hope that it hasn't all gone to their head. I know it's too early to tell, but I just hope it hasn't all gone to their head and that they think it's all just going to happen for them again. I'm sure they haven't, and I'm sure the manager's like keeping them grounded, but there is such thing as a Premier League hangover. Like you've seen it so many times before.
Oh, look, it's incredibly hard to win 2 in a row, and let alone being Leicester City.
Oh, exactly.
So
they pulled a rabbit out of the hat last year, and that's that. I mean, is this grounding though, or is this just like a little hiccup? They were unlucky, really. When you see the goal, I mean, fuck me. Like, that's once in a lifetime sort of shit. It's the most ridiculous goal I've ever seen. So,
we were talking about Hull being the most boring team you've ever seen last week.
And they're
pulling this out on us.
They've got 2 blokes that have a contender for goal of the year, and it's the same goal. So, I don't know.
Are they going to do a Leicester? Fuck, you wouldn't know.
Fuck knows. Who knows anymore? And that's that's the best part about the Premier League. And it's so even that it's I love it. That's why I think it's the best league in the world, because it's just so even. Oh,
it's if you're down 5% on your performance, you lose.
Yeah,
in the Premier League,
you really
and
do.
Like the top sides in like the La Liga and then these teams, like if they drop 5%, they might win still. If you know what I mean, like Real Madrid, they go up against like a Villarreal or something like that.
If Real Madrid drop 5%, they might only win by 3 goals instead of 6. Like it really is fucking crazy how lopsided it is. But now, like with all the fair play and all that sort of thing, it does seem to. I mean, the rich are still going to get richer, but I just feel like it's the most even competition in the world. I don't know, like the Bundesliga. That's not really that even either, is it? But it's still entertaining. But I don't know. The Premier League's the place to go, and that's why they get all the big name players go there, because it's the best league in the world, entertainment wise. I don't know. Is it the best league in the world money-wise? Probably not even money-wise.
I'm not totally sure. But yeah, look, the Bundesliga, look, they attract the biggest crowds
Yeah.
around the world, and yeah, that's still a good league because you get Wolfsburg and Dortmund and these teams getting up and knocking over
Yeah.
Munich, but not very often. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yes,
But good
that,
weekend of
that
Premier
was the
League
only
footy.
real surprise.
Yeah.
Mm. So
Yeah, other than that,
yes,
look, plenty of goals, but no real surprises. Just Hull pulling that fucking double bicycle kick out of the bag and getting the win over Leicester. But I mean, time will tell whether that is actually an upset or not, or whether Leicester will come back to the pack. You did, as we just said. Who knows? Who knows at all?
no.
But I don't know if you saw. I don't know if anybody else saw. But the Villa had a win over Rotherham. But we also drew last night against Huddersfield. I didn't realise, whether I just had my head in the sand, I didn't realise you played so many games in the Championship.
Oh, mate.
We're playing every 3
days.
Shock. We're playing every 3 days.
You need to have, I think you're 50, 60 games to get promoted, mate. You've got a long season ahead of you, I think.
Well, I was listening to Di Matteo talk, and he's like, oh, yes, but we have to get back up because we have a game in 3 days. I was like, what? What are we playing on a fucking Thursday night down at fucking Jesus? But we're performing well. Like, we beat Rotherham 3-0. Rudy Gested's just turned into a different player in the Championship. He just dominates the Championship. He's one of the best strikers in the fucking league now. But he couldn't get his noggin anywhere near it in the Premier League. But now all of a sudden, Ross McCormack scored last night for us, so he got his first club goal. But it was Pierluigi Golini, our goalkeeper, our 21-year-old goalkeeper, got charged down while he was trying to clear the ball. He kicked the ball straight into the defender and it went in the back of the net, like bounced off into the back of the net. So, and I was just like, well, and you should have seen the chances we created. Like, it could have easily been 3 or 4-0 our way.
Did Grealish back up his first game?
Yeah, he set up the goal. Again? He set up the goal to McCormack. It was his assist.
Okay. Yep.
So, yeah,
he looked good, didn't he? He looked really good.
They were falling all over themselves trying to fucking get hold of him. So that's what you want to see from Jackie Boy. But, apparently Mile Jedinak's on the way, if you believe what you read. And Diawara, who's a young central defensive midfielder from Italy, apparently is on the way as well. But nobody gives a fuck about Villa, let's be honest. So
that video of when your owner come out and he was walking around cheering and everyone was going berserk, like, that'd be the best feeling that club's had in a long time.
I tell you what, the feeling around the club at the moment, just from seeing what I see on Twitter, talking to other fans, the spirits have never been higher for since Martin O'Neill was there. It really truly feels like there is some change because he's so open. Like Tony Z's on Twitter, just talking. He's very upfront with the fans, and he says we have a player to announce in the next day or so, and then he announces a player in the next day or so. Like he's no smoke and mirrors. Like he's very at the forefront. He's a different. Like, it caught a lot of people off guard when he started tweeting out fucking fuck you to Ian Holloway and all this sort of thing. But I think now his team have sort of reeled him in, and I think if he can find that balance, I think he could be one of the most popular owners that we've ever had since like Deadly Doug and those kind of ones. But looking good. It's looking positive. I reckon we can get into the playoffs.
I was really happy with them, the way they played, and because you sent me the highlights and that. And like spruiking about Villa, I was like, oh fuck, here we go.
Here we go.
But no. But they looked really good in that highlight package you sent me. So
we're
oh well,
yeah. Well, I think we'll be all right. I don't know that we'll get out straight away, but I certainly feel like we will be in the top 6 best teams come the end of the season somewhere.
Mm.
So, fucking who knows, though. We could end up relegated and gone. I don't know. But,
Oh, imagine in League One. That'd
I
be
don't
fun.
want to. That would probably be the straw that breaks the camel's back. I may have to fucking get rid of them. Although, somebody, do you know what you get all the time when you're a Villa fan? Is when you say, "Oh, my team isn't in the Premier League." People are like, "Oh, so who are you going to follow this year?" You're like, "Well, I'm going to follow Villa, you fucking dickhead."
Yeah.
Of course, I'm going to follow them. Like, I don't follow anyone in the Premier League. I don't watch the Premier League.
You see those fans that are wearing the new shirts and that, and you're like, you were barrack fucking Arsenal last year,
Yeah.
you fuck off.
Yeah, got your brand new Leicester City cap and fucking.
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, the future,
Each to their own.
the future's very bright for Villa, I think. But we've got a little bit of a new segment here. I don't have a segue to get into smoothly go. I was trying to come up with one, but I've got no smooth segue. I'm not very good at this. But
You're not really good at bringing me into this show, are you? Look, you've got no line for me at the end. You've got no. Did you get pissed on the weekend to bring me in? So
well,
yeah.
the answer's yes. So every time. So maybe I shouldn't ask because the answer's so obvious. But you've got a little segment that you've come up with that we're going to do right here in the guts, and then we're going to get on to Raw and SmackDown that happened this week. What's your little segment that you've got here? I think this could go all right. We'll see.
It could crash and burn really quickly.
I think it might.
Look, we're going to do Murph's top 5 every week, and obviously the Olympics going on at the moment, Rio, and it's on everyone's mind. I thought I'd do a top 5 today of the biggest track and field disasters. And
now, we took this from the Backpage Live. Now, I just want to get that out there because everybody's going to be looking, going, gee, they're fancy graphics. We took this from the Backpage Live. I haven't seen it at all. So you've sent me this link. I've downloaded the video, and we're going to watch it with you guys. And I don't know what to do. I'm just going to sit here and see that. I have no idea. Track and field disasters does seem very, very descriptive.
Yep.
Bloke here. All right, this is number
5. We've got Daley Thompson here in 1988. Just check out this and shebang.
Oh, shit. Fucking hell.
And right in the nuts.
Oh, how many pieces did that break into?
Have a look at Eddie's nuts there. Right in the nutcracker there. And number 4, we've got Steeplechase. He's hit the deck.
Oh,
and look out, he's got him. He's got him there. And he's like, I'm out of here.
Mounts him like a fucking horse.
Number 3, we've got another steeplechase here. She just forgot to jump here.
Shit.
And just straight over.
You got to jump, love.
That's not steeplechasing. And number 2, we've got, this is a favourite one of mine. You've got to look out here.
No.
You've got to look out.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
They're calling out for me here.
Where have you got to be? Oh. Where have you got to be that you're walking across the long jump track, for fuck's sake?
Obviously, your event's finished, and she's like, nah. All right, and number 1, this bloke, check out lane 7 here. He's like, nah, I'm fucked.
You're no good.
Man, fuck no. I'm going to flick him. Look at him go.
Oh shit. He's knocking everyone else's over now.
Oh shit. And he's he's lost or he's lost or he's won there. Very, very good. So
I think there might be a slight disqualification in that.
So that's the first edition of Murph's Top 5.
Yeah, that's fucking outrageous. That. Where is that woman going? Like, she's finished her event and she's like, oh, everything's cool. Oh, why is everyone shouting at me to get out of the way?
And Wesley Snipes just barrels it.
Wesley Snipes just fucking absolutely takes her out. But that will be, hopefully, we'll get something together every week for the top 5. in between sort of the Premier League and the wrestling.
Yeah,
To
well,
break
it's
us up.
a bit rushed for time this weekend. I'll start compiling my own. I took the easy way out that week, but I'd seen that one on TV not long ago, and
Yeah,
I
it's very
I
good.
really enjoyed it.
That's very good.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen majority of that. I'd seen Wesley take out that chick, but I'd never seen the other one. Oh god, that's very good. That's very good.
Yep.
Have you watched much of the Olympics at all? I haven't really seen a hell of a lot of it. I watched a bit of the swimming because we win, but that's it.
I've got two young children, so the
Yes.
TV doesn't get off Peppa Pig much. So,
Fuck.
but yeah, I've caught a bit of it. I'm watching Usain Bolt just jog in front of everyone at the moment.
I
So,
saw that before. His 200-meter performance was outrageous. He pulled up.
mm.
He pulls up all the time.
Did you see that picture of him in the 100-meter?
Yeah.
Might have been the semi or the heat, and he's smiling,
Yeah.
and they're all about. Everyone's grimacing behind him.
Yeah, and he's looking backwards. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I mean, there'll never be another one like him, will there? Like, he's so quick.
Surely not. Your listeners might want to comment on this below, but is he better than Phelps? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you-
Well,
'Cause,
Phelps has more medals, but he's in more
you can't
events.
you can't really compare the total amount of medals. I don't reckon.
Well, Phelps
So,
has more opportunities to win. If fucking Bolt wanted to win more medals, if there was more events, he'd win more medals.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well, if Bolt had the 50, the 75, the 100, the 125, 150, 175, 200, he'd have a fucking truckload of medals as well,
yeah,
wouldn't he?
exactly. I don't know. They're both pretty much on the same level, really, in their discipline. Like they're both the greatest of all time, aren't they?
Yeah, well, Phelps can do all the different strokes and that, which probably separates him.
Yeah,
If it was
but
that
what
easy
do you
to win
want?
that many
What
in
do
the
you want?
pool,
Bolt,
everyone would.
does Bolt have to run backwards to be compared to him? Like, he'd probably still be quicker than everyone running backwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, oh well.
Yes. So well.
It is what it is. Yeah, the Olympics hasn't grabbed me this year. It didn't get off. It didn't feel like there was a big build to it. I didn't really get hold of it. Usually, I'm all about it, but I haven't
Yeah.
been this year.
Yeah. Oh well.
Fuck it.
What have you been watching wrestling? Have you?
Oh, of course I have. Of course I have. Good segue. Good segue. Yes, Monday Night Raw this week. You've caught a little bit again. You usually just watch the highlights, don't you?
Yeah, I've been busy at work, so I'm just going to be grabbing your coattails here, and
Yeah, that's
I've
what-
seen a fair few of the highlights.
Yes.
So we'll see how we go.
Again, this Monday Night Raw really featured around Rusev this week again. He is the MVP of the entire company at the moment for me, Rusev, along with maybe Dolph Ziggler. But on Raw, Rusev, they are really realizing how good this bloke is now. Giving him a live mic every week, and he just spouts off some of the most complete and utter nonsense, but it's just so entertaining. And he's been fantastic, and he got a really good match out of Reigns, who apparently can't wrestle according to all the fucking idiots who chant that at him. But he's had a litany of fucking excellent matches, Roman Reigns. But yeah, Rusev, the MVP for me. Did you know much about him since before the brand split, or?
No, I've followed him because I saw the lead up to WrestleMania with his Cena match,
Yeah,
and I thought he was fantastic in that lead up, and then he lost, obviously.
he lost and killed it. Yeah,
Yeah, but I think he is definitely. Well, the heels are so hard to come by,
yeah,
and
good heels who get genuine heat
Yeah.
out of the crowd,
yeah,
and he does
because
that.
they've sort of gone that Muhammad Hassan or whatever his name was sort of style.
He
but
was
he's not
one
a
of your
terrorist or anything
favorite
like that.
characters, wasn't he? He was one of your favorite characters of all time.
Well, who gets more heat than him?
Not because you're
Christ.
endorsing terrorism.
No, it's terrible. But it was like that. He got the most heat I've ever seen anyone get.
Do you remember when Hulk Hogan
if-
came out to confront him and the pop Hulk Hogan got?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Didn't he have a? He had a heavyweight title match against Deadman, didn't he?
I think he did. I think he
Hassan?
got to that level.
And that was and that was the end of him after that, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah.
I think Undertaker power bombed him through the floor, and we never saw him again.
Yeah,
Or
maybe.
something.
Yeah, that might be
I don't
right,
know.
actually. But I
But
seem to
yeah.
remember it was around the time the WWE started to really worry about their image, and
Mm.
Hassan was just the most cutting edge character that we'd had for such a long time, like since the Sheik and those kinds of
Mm.
characters. And
Mm.
fuck me, did the crowd hate that bloke. It was awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And he was a good wrestler too, but he was just a bloke.
What
Yeah, I
was
think he was just an
his?
Italian guy from New York, but they put him in that.
Yeah.
They put him in the scarf and all that sort of thing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
turned him into the biggest heel in the company.
What what was his little mate? Davari, wasn't
Davari, yeah.
it? Yeah.
Davari's little brother actually wrestles in the or did wrestle in the Cruiserweight Classic on the network, which has been
Yep.
fucking phenomenal, by the way. Absolute.
Oh, has it?
Oh, mate, absolute. Maybe match. Maybe match of the year. Cedric Alexander and Kota Ibushi. Holy fucking shit! What a match that
Yeah.
was. Honestly,
Yeah, right.
I'll try and dig it up and send it to you.
Mm.
Just insane. Just insane.
Mm.
Like, yeah, like
Is it?
one of
Is
the
there
best.
substance to the matches, or are they just jumping and doing flips?
I mean, there's substance in the way of it's to advance in the tournament.
Mm.
And like I think there's a good mixture of both. I really do. Like, I think that's just the way wrestling's gone now. Like, wrestling's all
Mm.
about the athleticism and the flips and that, and there's not many
Mm.
major rest holds and stuff like that there used to be. They're just different athletes. They're better athletes now. They're better wrestlers now.
Mm.
Like, they're just, you see a guy like Cedric Alexander and Kota Ibushi, like they tore the joint apart. It was awesome. It was one of the best matches I've ever seen.
Yeah, like I watched Hogan and Andre the Giant the other day. That massive WrestleMania match they had,
Shithouse match.
and it was horrible
Yeah.
to watch. But it was just the build up,
yeah,
and
the
the
psychology
fact
of
of
it.
who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
like
Hogan
the
and Rock.
Giant, Andre the Giant was. Yeah, it wasn't. Andre the Giant wasn't the greatest athlete.
No, but he was
Just
fucking.
smashing
He was
beers
a draw
and
though, wasn't he? He was a draw card.
Mm.
And I bother the one not playing that. Fucking Andre.
Didn't he drink 54 beers or something?
Yeah,
Isn't that
that's
he's got the Guinness Book of Record?
that's the old wives' tale that he drank 54 beers. On Raw as well, we had Heath Slater confront Brock Lesnar. Did you see this? Holy fuck!
Yes, I saw that. What is our boy doing?
Ah, mate,
Um,
he's killing it. That's what he's doing.
well, he's going really well, and I think he's turned me.
The promo that he
Unbelievably.
cut, the promo that he came out and cut on Lesnar and that was awesome. It was exactly what it needed to be. It was so good. I was so impressed with him. And then obviously Brock Lesnar fucking whipped his ass. But that's the way it should be. Like, Heath Slater shouldn't be having competitive matches with Brock Lesnar.
No.
But I thought overall was a really good segment. And twice in a row, we'll get to SmackDown in a minute, but twice in a row, Heath Slater's been beaten up by either Brock Lesnar or Randy Orton. Backstage, probably the segment of the night for me was Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho calling Tom Phillips
Yeah.
names like Nathaniel, James, God knows. Every single time they address Tom Phillips, they call him a different name. Fucking absolute, like, it's genuine comedy. Genuine comedy.
Yeah.
And I saw...
You're right. You're right behind Jericho at the moment, aren't
Mate, he's killing it at the moment. Him and Kevin Owens, they call Jerry KO. So, as in, like, you know,
you? Yeah.
the obvious.
Yeah.
And those two together just bounce off each other so perfectly. Like, they're cut from the same cloth. It's just, it's working on absolutely fucking every single level at the moment with those two. They are just the best. They're the best in the company at the moment, and I hope they get a run with the tag titles or something like that, because I reckon they could just really elevate those titles.
That clip of Jericho you sent me when of the show you saw,
Yes,
that was fantastic
wasn't
with
it?
the wanker and
Wasn't it? And when Seth
yeah.
Rollins is like, whoa, 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 and everyone's thinking, oh, okay, he's the jib's up. He's gonna fucking tell us what wanker means, and
Mm.
he's like, no, 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 I'm the biggest wanker, not you. And Jericho's like, oh yeah, I guess you're the top guy at the moment. Yeah, I guess you are. It's like, oh, it's fucking genius. And that's just like, as soon as he grabbed the mic, as soon as Jericho grabbed the mic, the crowd just erupted. They were like, here we go, this cunt's gonna say something fucking ridiculous. Um, Moving on through Raw, we had Neville versus Jinder Mahal, doesn't matter. Shining Stars versus the Primetime Players, garbage, hot garbage. But then we got to the segment that was, I think it split a few people. Seth Rollins calls out the Demon King. The Demon King, the Demon King, the Demon King. Shut the fuck up. Goodness me.
It was awkward.
You saw this,
wasn't it?
didn't you?
Yeah, like when the lights started dimming and bouncing backwards and forwards, and it was really awkward, that bit, I reckon.
Yeah.
When he was like drawing it out, and he kept saying the same thing. I was like, fuck's sake, get him out.
Yeah. Well, that surprisingly, that wasn't my biggest problem with it. My biggest problem was they actually brought him out. I wouldn't have done it. Here's what I think, and I've said to you earlier, I wanted to have a bit of a rant because this kind of annoyed. Like I never get emotional or angry about anything when it comes to wrestling because it's wrestling. Who fucking cares at the end of the day? But this really annoyed me because this is literally the most Mystique, and this is the backbone of Finn Balor's character, is that he has this Demon King up his sleeve, and you just roll him out on Raw. Let's roll him out on Raw. Let's show everybody exactly what's going to happen at SummerSlam. Why?
Yeah.
Tell us a story. We don't have that short of an attention span that we will forget that you teased it on Monday. Like, don't fucking insult our intelligence that we can't follow a story. If I would have, here's what I would have done. I would have dimmed the lights like they were doing. I just wouldn't have had Seth Rollins saying anything. I just would have had him sort of scuppering around the ring. And then I would have rolled out a whole heap of extras. So actual people dressed in the paint, crawling down the rampway. And that's it. And they surround the ring, and then the lights go off, and then they're gone. And that's it. And Seth Rollins is standing in the middle of the ring going, what the fuck is going to happen at SummerSlam? That's all you need to do. You don't need to roll him out full entrance. Why are you rolling him out the full entrance? Why can't you make people wait? Give us a fucking story. Like, it just really rubbed me up the wrong way.
I can see the... I've never seen him before. You watched NXT on the network and
but isn't that
and all
part
that.
of the mystique though? Like, isn't that a reason to buy the network and tune in to SummerSlam because you've never seen the Demon before? What the fuck is that? Oh no, here it is. I've seen it. I don't need to see SummerSlam.
Oh, yeah.
That was my problem with it.
Yeah.
Like, what were you going to say though? Like, before I cut you off, because it's really got me fucking riled up.
Yeah, no, because I've never seen him before, and I was like, this is what it is. Well,
Yeah.
And I suppose now you've said it that way. Yeah, it would interest me to see what happens at SummerSlam.
But maybe, okay, maybe, because I'm, as you said, I've seen it before. But it's interesting hearing your perspective as a casual because you were intrigued to see it. But now are you intrigued to see him at SummerSlam now? Like, because you've seen the entrance now. That's exactly how he's going to enter at SummerSlam. Yeah. I just think it's stupid. It's just constantly blowing their wad early all the fucking time. It's just, why do you have to give us that on Monday Night Raw? And here's what really got me. Why the fuck didn't that close the show? That was in the middle of the show. That was at the top of the fucking second hour. Jesus Christ. Like, this is... If you have to roll him out, if you have to roll out Balor, roll him out, have him stare down the barrel of the camera like he did, zoom in on his face and roll the fucking credits. You don't have to do anything else. And everyone's like, holy shit, this guy's fucking awesome. I have to tune in to see it. But no, we get the fucking brawl. You blow off the heat. What's the point of watching it now? Like, it just, I don't know. I just want to be told a story. That's all I want. I want to wonder what's going to happen.
That's the one thing I've noticed since we started doing this and getting back into it. The only real story at the moment is sort of, I can feel, Ziggler and Ambrose.
Yes.
That's the only story at the moment that I'm feeling.
Exactly. Yeah. You're exactly right.
The rest of it's just a hot cup of piss, really.
Yeah. Well,
it's just names. This name versus this name.
Yes.
Oh, let's buy everything. You'll want to buy that.
Yes.
So
it's like, people want to see these two fight, so let's just make them fight and send them out there. That's it. Whereas Ambrose and Ziggler got slated when they put them together. People were saying, "No, I don't know if Ziggler. You've already blown your load on Ziggler. He's fucking shithouse. You've buried him." And now, what's happened? People are getting interested because week to week they're telling a fucking story. It's brilliant. Ziggler cut a fucking brilliant promo today. And
I saw it.
He's got fire and he's got passion, and Ambrose is sort of coming off as the cocky heel, and it's just got it's got everything you want in a feud. It's got interest. You've got guys who are fucking. You're actually legitimately looking forward to seeing them fight. Whereas Balor and Rollins, I've already seen them fight. Who fucking cares now? Like, I just think you just blow your load too
that was
quickly.
back in the day, whoever was feuding never touched each other.
Nah, you'd have to
The whole feud. If it always the heel backing out of the ropes, no, not yet, sort of thing. And these days they come in and like Balor's kicked him out of the ring, done his flip and all that, and you're like, well, what are you going to do at SummerSlam that's going to make me?
That's the thing. Like, yes, they'll have a fucking awesome match. It'll probably be the best match on the card, but it could be so much better if you actually give these guys time to tell a story. If you tease the Demon on Raw, it builds the story even more. And then, okay, what is Balor going to do at SummerSlam? Well, we already know he's going to do that flip. He's going to fucking kick his ass. It's like,
look, I would be going like down the track of Seth Rollins is getting into Finn Balor and dragging that demon out, and Finn Balor doesn't want it to come out. He's like, no, this is what I'm doing.
You don't want this. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be going along those lines, but yeah, they've basically said that the Demon King will be fighting Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, haven't they?
Well, that's what they're billing it as. They're like, this is, the Demon is going to arrive, but he's already arrived. You've already done it. I just don't see the point.
The final Raw before SummerSlam, Seth Rollins does something to Finn Balor and drags it out.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, here comes the Demon King in.
Yeah, like, why doesn't, like, you've got him, Seth Rollins puts him through the announce table or something, and the lights go out. Yeah. And all of a sudden, Balor's not laying on the... Well, Balor's not laying on the announce table, laid out. He's gone. And then the lights start to flicker, and you're like, holy shit, I've done it. That sort of shit. Like, why can't they just build a fucking story? Like, tell us a fucking story. Give us a reason.
We can sit here and talk about it for 5 minutes. Surely those blokes behind the curtain can do it.
Just what's the point of rolling him out, giving him the full entrance? And if you're going to give him the entrance, have Rollins knock him off the fucking apron or something as he comes up and build some heat. Get some heat on the cunt. Fucking hell. I'm fucking pissed off now.
All right, settle down.
I'm fucking. It's only because I love it so much, Like I want.
Yeah.
But I just don't want mine or the fans' intelligence insulted because they don't think we can follow a story. But obviously, whoever's in charge of SmackDown, which is what we'll talk about now, knows a thing or two about fucking telling a story because we open the show with Miz TV, Ambrose and Ziggler. Ziggler lays him out with a super kick. It's great. It's great. It's a good way. Like, we were just talking about how they shouldn't touch and whatever, but this was done right because it had to happen, didn't it? Like,
a quick fire finishing move. That's all right.
Yeah,
you can do that. Like Ambrose giving him the dirty deeds the other week. And...
Well, it's a receipt.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
It's a receipt for last week.
When you see them wrestle, like, well, this is what you're trying to. That's what you want us to buy, isn't it?
Yes, and you're giving it away. It's like Rusev. We'll go quickly back to Raw. Rusev and Roman Reigns had a fucking half an hour match. What the fuck are they going to do at SummerSlam now?
Why did they fight?
I don't.
And he beat him clean, didn't he?
He was defending his Mrs. Honor, which is a complete face thing to do. And you're trying to get Roman Reigns over as a fucking good guy, and he's beating up the dude who's defending his wife. I mean, fucking hell. Get your shit together.
Reigns beat him clean, didn't he?
No, yes, he did.
Speared him and
he did.
Well,
Fuck,
okay.
do I know?
Fuck, have my money. I'm going to buy that.
Yeah. Well, I've seen it. They had a fantastic fucking match. But I've seen it now. What are they going to do? The company must have a lot of faith that these guys are going to pull something completely different out of the bag and have another good match, which I'm sure they're capable of. But fucking hell, you talk about blowing the heat off. Jesus Christ. But,
pop of the week, I reckon, was Sami Zayn for me.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 for Sami Zayn. That was good.
It was good to see Sami. It's always good to see Sami get a win. But yeah, on SmackDown, there was a few throwaway things, but something of note. You haven't seen Eva Marie? I think Eva Marie's been really good.
No, I don't watch women's wrestling.
No, I know you don't. No, but okay, so here's the setup. Eva Marie is probably not even probably. She is the worst wrestler in the company. Legit. Actually legit. But what they've done is she's got this persona like she's like the last remaining diva sort of thing, because it's all about the women's wrestling. So now Eva Marie is finding all kinds of ways to not wrestle. So the last 3 weeks in a row, she's found different ways to get out of her match. Like last week, it was a wardrobe malfunction where like her top come undone. And it was the best because she's got incredibly fake tits, but she has massive tits. But her thing came down, and so she had to run off. She couldn't compete. This week she was stuck in traffic, and it just like as a little side note, I think she's been doing like exceptional stuff. It's not really her. They don't expose her. This is what Paul Heyman used to do in ECW. He used to see your weakness. And he would hide it. And that's what they're doing with Eva Marie. And it's getting over because everybody knows she's shithouse in the ring. And now they're playing on that. And I think it's brilliant. And SmackDown has become my breakaway #1 show by a mile.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier to watch now.
Even the little things that they're doing on there compared to Raw, and like the highlights I see is very minimal of the 3-hour show.
Yeah.
Or the 2-hour show that's SmackDown. But look, I've thought SmackDown's been good all the way through.
Yeah. It really
kicking
has.
Raw's ass.
Yeah. The first episode of Raw was one of the best episodes of Raw in the last sort of fucking 10 years. But from there, it's gone downhill. And now SmackDown actually does feel fresh and new, and it's got the young talent on it. And, we had Heath Slater defeat Randy Orton this week. Absolutely fucking incredible.
I reckon they must be listening to us, because all of a sudden they've gone, nah, we're going to fuck him, we're going to push him.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck's happened, because we were getting into him, and all of a sudden he's wrestled Brock Lesnar and he's wrestled Randy Orton in the last 2 weeks. So, I don't know. You tell me what's going on.
I don't know what's going on.
But Heath Slater won. Heath Slater won his match via disqualification over Randy Orton, who beat the
because he was getting pummeled in the corner.
Out of him. Yeah. Heath Slater wins. They go backstage. He's still knocked out, and Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon offer him a contract to SmackDown because he won, but he's so zonked that he calls Shane Stephanie, and he calls Daniel Bryan Mick Foley, and so they slyly slip the contract away from him, and that's the end of the segment. It's fucking genius what they're doing with this guy at the moment. Yeah, it's really really good.
Good
Dean
on him.
Ambrose
Good
was
on
in
him.
action. He defeated Eric Rowan. Pretty good match. So there's still, there's the whole Wyatt thing still going on. But talking point at the end of this match, Bray Wyatt was holding Eric Rowan's sheet mask and sat it on the chair and walked away. So it seems as though the Wyatt family is going to break up and Bray Wyatt is going to go out on his own. And I'm sure you'll be happy with that, I reckon.
Yep, and hopefully they give him a real push.
Well,
I hope to God.
It's about time, isn't it, that he would stand on his own 2 feet and not need them. Like, not need the support to win. I think it's good if he can come out and get a couple of big notable wins. That'll be a good way to build him without the Wyatt family. He doesn't need the Wyatt family. It was cool to start with. But yeah, I don't think he needs them anymore. He doesn't need them anymore.
No, he can stand on his own 2 feet.
Yeah. We had Becky Lynch and Carmella defeated Natalya and Alexa Bliss. Yeah, it was a good match. It was fine. It was a pretty cool finish. Eva Marie eventually came out again. Tried to cause a distraction, and then, Becky Lynch got the win over Natalya. But the main event was John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio. And it was a fucking really good match. Del Rio is the most underrated guy in the company, for mine.
Well, he's always been misused, hasn't he? Like he had that title run, and he's probably had a couple title runs, has he?
Yeah.
But, he's always been a quality top liner, hasn't he?
Yeah. I actually missed the end of this match because I had to have a shit. So I actually missed it, but my understanding is that John Cena defeated Alberto Del Rio. And then put AJ Styles through the announce table because AJ was sitting at ringside. So they're building to their big match at SummerSlam, the big blow-off match. AJ Styles doing great work as well still. Yeah, I'm looking forward to SummerSlam. Are you going to partake in any SummerSlam action?
I might spend my money on Diaz McGregor, I reckon.
That's ramped up too, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Their start.
I just want him to get him. I want McGregor to get him. But
have you seen the documentary by fucking can't remember his name now? It's called Bad Blood. It's on UFC YouTube channel. I watched it last night. It is brilliant. It goes for about 20 minutes, and it just stories the whole story of Diaz and McGregor. I recommend you go and have a look at that.
We'll get onto that as soon as we get off the air.
Yes.
Sounds very good.
Yes, I would. I think that'll about do it for this week. Pretty noteworthy week, I guess, in wrestling, and we'll have obviously a SummerSlam recap next week because it is this Monday Australian time.
We will dedicate more time to the pay-per-views, won't we? And
we'll
really
have a
cover
good
it
look.
to an extent.
Well, I mean, it's going to be fucking tough because we do this show on a Wednesday night after Raw and fucking SmackDown. So that's going to be a pretty wrestling-heavy show next week. With also, we'll go over the Premier League results as well. And we'll have your top 5, which you'll compile during the week. I actually completely forgot to tweet Heath Slater or a WWE superstar this week. So I don't know whether that's dying a slow death. But I'm going to fucking make a point of it this week to try and get something. But Heath Slater's followers are probably going through the fucking roof at the moment. He's probably got no time for it now.
No, he probably doesn't see it.
Yeah. Fuck Heath Slater.
Just get anyone.
Get anyone. Hashtag BWSS. I'm going to keep trying.
Get Tommy Dreamer or...
Oh, Dreamer, yeah.
Get Hacksaw Jim Duggan or someone. Someone that's wrestled.
Fucking... Remember we saw Hacksaw Jim Duggan at WCW Nitro?
I reckon he fought the franchise, didn't he?
He probably did. Anyway, that'll do it for this week. We'll call it a night. We've done it a bit earlier tonight. It's been a lot better. I'm certainly a lot less fucking tired. I hope it's come through in my energy levels. But we'll be back same time next week. With another episode of Because We Said So. You still haven't.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining. Is that what you come up with? Is it?
Yeah. No.
Nah,
Give me
that's it.
something. Someone write in the comments something for me to sign off with.
Nobody listens this far. Nobody listens this
I'll,
far.
I'll sign off with a Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh!
That'll do. Catch us on the next one.